Childish Gambino first broke into the industry with extremely corny raps and downright bad music. He was the weird black kid people didn't really understand.
Right. I'm not here to just be like, oh yeah, here's some nerd stuff for nerds. Like I'm like, or just, and I hate that label too. Like I don't like that.
And let's be clear, it's 2 white people up for a Grammy this year. Iggy Azalea and Childish Gambino. Trade Childish for Iggy right now.
And him having bad body odor didn't help his case either.
He had bad body odor, son.
He was a little stinky.
He stinks. Don't get me wrong. He got a terrible smell. He was like, Charlamagne, I need you to hate me. I'm like, no, you need a shower. That's what you need.
Do you wear socks with them sneakers?
No, man.
Goodness gracious.
You don't wear deodorant in that neither, do you?
No,
I
man.
can tell. I'm sitting there like...
Donald is a self-conscious and sensitive person, so he was really hurt by his positioning in the game. Basically, no respect from the industry and 0 accolades. He wanted that respect and acknowledgement.
Even with the rap stuff, like I haven't really been like fully accepted as like as an artist.
I've never had nobody tell me Childish Gambino is their favorite rapper.
Yeah.
When you have that core base, you can do pretty much anything you want.
I don't want to be niche. I think that's so lame. I want to be as big as I possibly can be.
In 2015, his album Because the Internet was almost platinum, which is a huge feat. But this is when he realized he was yet to make any real impact, and time was quickly running out. Something changed in him. I believe I have 6 to 8, maybe 10 more years of being dangerous. I'm just trying to make classics with this music. It was around this time that the president of his label says he walked into their offices with a 5-year vision of the music and the visuals to go with them. He had it all planned out. So he rented a home in the hills which they named The Factory. During the day they'd work on Atlanta, the TV show, and at night his band would come to the house to work on the album. Ludwig Göransson was a crucial piece to the puzzle, the main producer of all of Gambino's albums.
Me and Ludwig have like amazing chemistry. That's the only way I can put it. Like he's like such a weirdo in the best sense.
Like anywhere I want to go, he's never afraid to go there. I think we're just very brave with each other.
This process was unlike anything they'd done before. They'd jam for weeks with the band, then Donald and Ludwig would take the best ideas and turn them into complete songs. But they paid a lot more attention to the details of these songs than they normally would, delving deeper on how to make songs more weird. A song would start on a 4/4 time signature, then switch to 6/8, making it a unique experience.
I think about all the things that I thought were excellent when I was like a kid. They exist, but they only exist because they came from people who took those risks, you know? Like Beyonce takes those risks. Like there really is no genre anymore, so you just have to make something new.
They even built a drum room in the house, which took weeks to build because of a specific sound they were looking for. Beyond the music was Gambino's vocals. He pushed his voice to its limits.
On Redbone, you switch up your voice. Was that planned out, or did that just happen organically?
No, there's a whole nother version of the song where I'm like singing like in a lower register, like a lower tone like I usually do. People hear Redbone and like, oh, he pitched up his vocals, and like there were no like vocal pitching on the album.
What stands out most to me is when Donald said this process wasn't fun at all. It was a really hard album to make, but he knew he had to lock in and get it done, to push himself past realms he didn't think were possible, to push past those fears and doubts. And I think we can all take away something from the story that we can apply to our own.
To be completely honest, it wasn't a lot of fun. Like it was actually really hard. Like it was like really, yeah, like I was going through a lot.
Did you ever tap into something that you feel is kind of bad to like in you to win, to like get into? Because like I struggle with that.
After all of that work, the album was finally done. And what happens next isn't by luck.
I want to be as big as I possibly can be.
Redbone, Childish Gambino.
What does this song mean to you?
We made something that just felt good. I was in London the entire time. It was huge. I mean, I'd hear it on the radio sometimes in London, but my mom, just people being like, it's everywhere, it's all the time, and it getting used in Get Out and stuff. Like it's nice to just be part of a moment culturally, because I think that's just, you know, that's what you grow with is important. I think we tried to make something very special.
A critically acclaimed album plus a huge hit with Redbone.
Like Awaken My Love was literally because somebody was like, oh, he can't make a hit. And I was like, oh, not only will I make a hit, I won't make a video for it.
The intro of this album has more than 100 million views on YouTube. This is just the audio, no video. but most importantly, the respect from the industry he always wanted.
All three of us have been high on him for a long time.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
So how do we cover it now that everyone else is singing his praises?
Told you so.
But he didn't stop there. What came afterwards would finally cement him as a creative genius.
Oh my goodness, and the Grammy goes to... This is America.
This is America.
This young man, I don't know where you were when this video came out, but when I saw it, it stopped me in my tracks. This is America.
I had that idea like 3 years before. And honestly, we studied Thriller for a long time. Because I was like, how do you make people care about anything anymore? There's just so much shit.
Fast forward to 2024. Childish is about to drop his highly anticipated final album, which is to drop alongside a movie he is directing and starring in. The perfect way to get out of the game after such an unprecedented run. When he said he only had about 8 to 10 more years of being dangerous, he wasn't lying. So let's appreciate this man while he's still active, because this might be the end of Childish Gambino.
Is your next album really the last album?
Yeah, I believe in endings. Like, I'm really interested in just making sure it's good quality, and I don't think I can do that much longer with this before it just becomes pop.